guys, and welcome to Amazing Botswana. My name is Janaina, and I'm here in Maun with Gareth Peake. Hi, Gareth.
Hi, Jana. How are you?
Good, and you?
Good.
Yo, we came. Look at this beautiful place here. This is a stunning area here in Botswana, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You used to come here with your horses to.
Yeah, exactly. So I grew up not far from here.
Yeah.
There's 4 generations of us here in Botswana, so we've been here a long time. And yeah, this is basically the forest next to my house.
Yeah.
And we used to come riding here, horses. There's like a old racetrack type thing behind us over there. But yeah, so I've known you for years as well. We met a long time back.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's great to be having this chat with you.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Safari chat, guys.
Exactly.
And I would like you guys to get to know Gareth, because Gareth also runs safaris and he can take you on a phenomenal adventure. And also I've seen that he's now into a more fancy, you must see his beautiful tents and setup. I love that.
Yeah, thank
What
you.
is that? It's like a luxury mobile safari.
Luxury mobiles, yeah. So apart from doing the horse riding safaris, which I've done most of my life,
Yes.
I started doing luxury mobiles about 2 years ago.
Okay.
So we custom designed our tents to make sure that they're nice and spacious, but that also means that we can pack everything up within 3 hours and move to a new location, which means that we can give our guests the experience of different areas.
Yeah.
There might be better game in other places, and we can change it quickly. Even within the week, we can decide, okay, there's less water here in the Okavango, so let's move further west or east.
Yes.
So that's the premise of the mobile safaris, that we can move anywhere that we need to
Yes.
go.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's my favorite safari. I
Really?
mean, you guys are going to experience the real old-fashioned safaris where you are on the ground, you are with your guide. So Gareth is going to be your guide. He's going to teach you everything you want to know about the trees, the birds, elephants, antelopes, and that's what it's all about, the safari. You're going to learn so much about nature and the wilderness here in Botswana, especially in Africa. And then you can come here on this, there's an aircraft going now with the guests to the Okavango Delta.
Yeah, off they go.
Hello guys. And then, yeah, so what's going to happen with you? You arrive here in Maun,
Exactly.
you catch with a helicopter or one of those Cessna caravans, and then you land right into the airstrip next to your camp that Gareth, they will send a big truck right before,
Exactly.
set up everything. Like imagine this area here, and they say this is gonna be your home for the next 3-4 nights.
Yeah.
They put everything for you. You're gonna be basically living, your house is gonna be inside in the middle of the Okavango Delta. I mean, under a beautiful tree, your tent, and I mean, it's stunning. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. I think the bonus of being on the mobiles is that when we arrive, there's nothing there, and when we leave, we don't leave anything behind either. So, you can really appreciate what's the true nature of where you are, because when we go, then everything just comes back to live there or go through it. So yeah, like you said, it's the old way of doing the safaris.
Yes.
You're on like a journey, and you stop along the way, different places.
Yes.
So you don't really get stuck in one spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, so Gareth can take you on a beautiful mobile safari any time of the year, and his horse riding.
Yes, exactly.
You can also, I mean, if you want to share a little bit of your life, and then after that we can talk about my clients. We don't say any names here, but that adventure that you had with them.
Yeah, so basically, I grew up in Maun, born and raised, and obviously living in a place like this on the doorstep of the Okavango, you've got all of this wild to play in when you're a child. So very much, when I grew up, very much it was kind of like being on a farm, I suppose, a bit like in Brazil, where you're riding horses every day.
Yeah.
You can go camping. You can learn how to survive in the bush from a young age.
Yes.
So after school, I went abroad for a bit to get a bit of life experience, and then I decided to come back and start my safari career, which was a little bit by chance. I would say. But I basically I fell in love with it within 3 months. I knew that was what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So the horse safaris is where I started. I became the stable manager of one of the camps. So I was looking after 70 horses out in the bush.
70 horses.
70 horses.
That's a lot.
So you know, it was a challenge because of all the wildlife. There was lions and elephants and buffaloes every day in the camp or out in the fields where the horses were grazing. So we had to put lots of security on them to make sure that they didn't run away, and it's not like we couldn't fence them that much. So I started off by doing that, and then I slowly became a guide. It took me about 2 years. So I've been guiding for about 12 years now, predominantly as a horseback guide. The way that it would work was you'd arrive in the camp either by helicopter or fixed wing plane, and then typically people would spend 7 days with us, and we would go riding in the mornings early up until lunchtime, have a nice long siesta, and then go riding again in the afternoon for like a sundowner, or if people wanted to go for a walk, or we could take them driving. Sometimes, depending on the water, we take them on a mokoro, which is like a traditional dugout canoe. I actually use some of these trees to make them, so you can imagine the canoe made out of one of these trees, and then off into the delta.
Yeah,
so,
that's what's the mokoro, guys. People often even ask me, what is this mokoro?
Yeah.
It's the canoe. One day I'm gonna make a video only about the mokoros. But it's
an amazing way to get around the delta. I'd say horseback first, walking and mokoros.
Yes.
I mean, the driving is great because you can get really close to the animals. Not so much with the horseback riding or or walking. You can do it, but it's better to give the animals a little bit of space.
Yes.
The good thing about the Okavango is the ground is so good. I mean, it's not rocky at all. So. And it's quite flat, so you can really, if you want to do some faster riding and have a bit more fun, maybe even jump some of these logs, you can make it a lot of fun.
Yes.
The elephants provide all the jumping by pushing the trees over, so when you go through a forest you can like jump through.
So cool. I love that.
It's like a cross-country course.
That's nice.
So almost 10 years guiding horseback, and I've had loads of different clients from eventing, from polo, from just people with their own horses at home. So there's a big variety of people that would come and do the riding, just like your clients that came. Seems like a long time ago now.
Yes, it seems like it. So I had this family that from Brazil, and then they Gareth was guiding that the lodge that they went. And it was like a lifetime real adventure, but I don't know if we should tell them, because I don't want you guys to be scared, or have a lot of questions. That's why you have your guide with you.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't go by yourself, of course. So how was that adventure?
Well, so I mean, being out in the delta and being in the wilderness, there are animals of all different sizes and all different dangers as well. So like the main ones that we have to worry about are buffaloes, elephants, hippos, even crocodiles sometimes. Lions are a big one, especially on horseback.
Yes.
But the elephants and buffaloes and stuff can...
It's also quite dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, it's dangerous, but you have to take into consideration that we've been doing it for so long that, that the horses are mainly used to the animals. So the horses are well trained to deal with the animals coming a bit close, or that it's not like they get frightened. So that's the main thing, is the horses are very well trained to the animals. And that showed when I was with your guests. We were going on a ride to like a big pool of water.
Yes.
So a lot of the animals were going to the water to drink, so we wanted to go and see them. And I spotted 2 lions walking like way off in the distance. And I decided not to go in that direction because the lions can be a bit dangerous for us.
Yeah.
So I stopped the ride. I told the guests, we made a plan and all that stuff, and we turned around and we started to go away from where the lions were going. But what happened is I hadn't seen other lions pretty much behind us.
Yeah.
So when we were starting to go away from them, the lions were super close. So basically what I had to do was get off my horse with my rifle,
Yes.
and I had to fire a few shots in the air to
Yes.
chase the lions
Yes.
away, because they were very close to us.
Yeah.
But what had happened was there was a small miscommunication, and your guest or your friends,
Yeah.
they were actually right close by me when it happened. So when I fired off a few of the shots in the air, the lions got such a fright and ran sort of past them.
Yes.
And yeah, it was very exciting, because it was lions
Yeah.
close by and gunshots, and
Yeah.
but luckily there was no problem. My horse ran away.
Yeah. Oh no.
So yeah, my horse ran away because I couldn't hold it, and luckily the young boys that were on the safari, they caught the horse for me, brought it back for me, and then
Yeah.
we continued
Yeah.
on our way. But it was very exciting.
Very.
Yeah, yeah.
It is an adventure. I mean, we can't.
Oh, yeah.
It's a massive adventure.
Yeah.
That's why I believe for horse riding safaris, it's better that you guys can hold on.
Yeah, absolutely.
That you don't allow the horse to take control of you, because it's not a good idea, right? So
Yeah.
you need to have a minimum experience, right? And
Yeah, exactly. So I think the experience wise, you need to be around an intermediate level. So you have to be
Okay.
able to canter or gallop. But the main thing is you need to be comfortable on the horse, that
Okay.
you're not so afraid of falling
Yeah.
off, or
yeah,
because if something bothers the horses in the
Yeah.
bush, then you have to be able
Yeah.
to stay on and control your horse, like
Yeah.
you said. Yeah.
the good news is that if you guys come, everybody rides, and let's say one is not feeling well or one doesn't feel like it, you can do something else, chill out in the camp, because
Yeah.
even if you are in that lodge, you can just sit and watch birds. I mean, you can actually see, we don't need to go always out there. You can sit down and watch. You will see incredible things just by sitting and watching, just from your tent or from the living area or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. The two places that you can, there's 3 places you can go riding in the Delta. One is with David Foot, who does the mobiles, or he used to, and
Yeah.
Okavango horse safaris and African horseback.
Yes.
They all have swimming pools, or access to like a swimming pool, chill areas. The tents are pretty much, I would say, they're luxury tents.
Yeah.
So it's super comfortable.
Yeah.
Running water,
Yeah.
hot water. The food is excellent.
Yeah.
So it is
Apparently
very much.
there is also the Chacha Metsi as
That's
well.
why I was thinking that.
Yes, that
So
there
David is
It's
keeping
gonna
his
be a little
horse-
bit of a base as well.
Exactly.
For,
Yeah, because you have to keep your horses stabled at night time in the
Yeah.
bush. So a lot of the places are more built up, like they've got big stables, and
Yeah.
they'll have maybe 10 grooms or more to look after all the horses. So,
Yes.
there's a big infrastructure that goes with
Yeah.
the horse safaris.
Yeah. That is so cool.
Yeah. I've never been to Chacha Metsi.
Me too. I would love to go and
Yeah.
have a look.
It looks nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will try to go there when I come back from Brazil now.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah.
And do you have, I mean, any interesting encounters, like beautiful, not dangerous?
Beautiful. Well, yeah, I mean,
Some
so,
interesting. I love the fact, I mean, talking about horse riding, of course, but that people, they cross rivers on horses.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, you see, you are quiet. Your ears when you're on a game drive. It's so noisy, the vehicle,
Yeah.
and animals don't like that noise. They actually don't. We know that.
Yeah.
And when you are on a horse and walking, you can hear. You are a lot more in tune, right? Especially as a guide, you are really. You can hear a leaf moving there. You are very connected to what's going on around you.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's like, I suppose, like if you were out riding at home, when the difference of being in the car or a ride in the forest or something, you do kind of feel everything that is going on around you, and your horse is also telling you what's going on. Like if you're going through some thick bushes and the horse might feel like maybe there's an elephant in there, or it's heard something before you, or even smelt something that's walked past. The horses can let you know what's going on as well. But the Okavango, especially for the horse riding safari, is amazing, because from May through to September there might be a lot of water. So when you're in a car and you get to a point where there's no road and there's a river, typically people wouldn't cross the water. That's just how it is with the vehicles. But in a horse, even if on a horse, even if the water's deep, you could swim across the river, no problem. So you're not inhibited by any means the environment that you're around. You can just go wherever you like, which is even better than walking, because you know, if you get to a point where the river's a bit deep, you might not want to cross the river.
Exactly.
But with the horses, you can just go anywhere you want, which really opens up it definitely creates like a sense of freedom that you can't be stopped to go where you want to go, unless there's like dangerous animals or something in the bush. And I mean, I would say the Okavango Delta is top of my list for the horse riding safaris. Kenya and the Masai Mara is also amazing to go on horse safaris, because the scenery of the two and the terrain is so different. Obviously in Kenya you get the wildebeest migration, which is insane. I mean, hundreds of thousands of wildebeest and zebras, and whereas here in the Okavango you get the water and you get the wildness. Really, when you're out there, it's like a pure, natural, nobody around you kind of feeling. So the two of them are incredible to go and visit and see.
And if people want to do horse riding with you in Kenya, it's possible as well.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, so there's a company that's been running horse safaris there for more than 30 years, who I started working for a couple of years ago, so I go there. I pretty much go there every single year and do a couple of trips. But most of the time I'm here in the Okavango.
Nice. That's so cool.
Yeah,
so
I'm very
you
lucky.
can take people to Kenya as well. That's nice.
Exactly. Yeah.
And there is a better season to go because of the migration, like.
Yeah. So in Kenya, the migration, it depends when it arrives, but I would say the busy season is like European summertime. So I suppose South American winter time.
Yes.
From like June through to September, October is really good. Yeah.
And then obviously on a horse you can get away from the vehicles, like the not millions, but Kenya has lot more vehicles, safari vehicles, I mean, than here in Botswana.
Yeah,
so
way more. It's
good because on a horse you can,
move away from
the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why I mentioned, the pure wildness of the Okavangos. In Kenya, there are people that live there. You've got the Maasai herders who've been there for centuries. They still live there on the conservancies. So even if you're driving around and you spot a leopard or a lion, or there's a herd of buffalo or elephant, if you look around, you might see a Maasai cattle herd over there, or like some houses or something like traditional houses.
Yes.
Whereas here in the Okavango, there's nothing. It's just pure wild.
True.
Yeah. So those are the big differences, I'd say, and both are incredible to go. The feeling of like being out in the open and on the horses for horse riders, it's an amazing feeling, I think. Especially for me, I love it. So
that is super.
Yeah.
And so in the mobiles you are doing tailor-made?
Only tailor-made, yeah.
Yes.
Tailor-made private trips. Minimum of 2 to 3 people. 3 nights, and getting super busy for next year, which is great.
That's good.
Obviously the peak season from like say May through to September is very busy out in the bush, but like you said, we do trips all year round. So I've just finished one now where we had a group of 12, and we were there for 5 nights. There weren't that many vehicles, so like end of the year is also really good to come. Christmas, New Year's.
I went to Kakanaka now, and then I actually saw one of your safari vehicles.
Oh, really?
As I was coming out.
Oh, nice.
And we had the storms, the sky.
Yeah.
It's like a show, like just this time of the year, the green season that is considered the low season. Sometimes I think to myself, why on earth this place is becoming so beautiful and it's low season? So that means not for the mobile you don't have different rates.
No.
Yeah. But it's a beautiful time of the year to come here. You sit and you watch like this thunderstorms like show right in front of you, and it's the sky changing. I love the season.
I really enjoy the green season.
Yeah.
Because it gets nice and green. The thunderstorms are amazing. there are less people,
Yes. True.
which is what it's not it's a consideration, but I feel like maybe people don't come now because they think that it might be too hot, or,
Yeah.
but there's always a cold drink in the fridge.
Exactly.
There's ice,
Yeah, remember, you're gonna be camping in you guys must see the photographs.
Yeah.
It's not camping, it's a proper setup. You're not gonna struggle. I mean, you're gonna have ice cold beer, ice cold drinks, beautiful breakfast, lunch,
Exactly.
candles for supper,
Yeah.
fire. It's an incredible adventure. I mean, they are gonna set up the whole luxury structure for you. I mean, what a treat. You fly straight from home, straight into the bush. And here is your beautiful camp
Yeah.
with a glass of white wine, as cold as you can dream. I mean, it's
It's not
stunning,
bad.
yeah?
I mean, because we do luxury safaris, we do take a lot of stuff. So like
Yeah.
in the tents, we try and make it as comfortable but as simple as
Yes.
possible. So the toilets are flushing.
Yes. Oh wow, that's also incredible.
Yeah, there's hot showers. There's like cupboard space for all of your clothes and a dressing table for you to unpack your stuff or whatever.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And then the mess tent, or what we call the main tent, it's got like some couches for you to chill on during the day. And then there's a bar, and like you said, a nice big fire at night time. So it's
Stunning.
yeah,
Well done. I mean,
no, it's good. I mean, that's
yeah.
part of enjoying being out in the bush and relaxing, and hopefully we make you feel like you're having an adventure, but that you're comfortable at the same time.
Yeah. Guys, can you imagine flush toilets? I mean, if you never experienced this before, this is real luxury. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
camping with the flush. Yeah.
exactly, and a shower. Yeah, it's stunning. Huh?
Yeah.
So if you are keen now, you are dreaming about the safari, pack your bags, and then let's see if Gareth have availability, because I always say to people, let's book in advance, at least 6 months, ideally 1 year, but anyway, because they are very busy and they have private safari, so it's better to book 6 months. Nowadays people, I think since the pandemic, there are a lot of late bookings. They don't want to
For
plan.
sure. Yeah.
So you can plan, see if he's free.
Yeah.
You can just come here
Exactly.
anytime.
Yeah. Exactly. It'd
Yeah.
be great to have you guys.
Yeah, and if you need a Brazilian to translate, I mean, because a lot of my clients are from
I
Brazil,
thought you were going to come anyway. That was
I will come, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will take photos of you there, videos,
perfect.
and that's it. I
The
mean,
full package.
full package.
Yeah,
I mean,
great.
You don't have to even speak English. And I'm
Yeah.
glad. Yeah, and then but you must listen to me. I mean, because that story with when the clients were riding with Gareth, and then there was the lion. There was a problem with the language, and then you don't want that.
Nobody
to
could
happen.
speak English. So I was telling them to get away from the lines, and they
Yeah.
were just staying right there.
Exactly. And remember, out there, no phone signal, so forget about it. You're gonna disconnect from the world. So you can't go to the Google and put translate for me right now.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It's not gonna work.
No.
So it's body language if you can't, but I will be there to help you. Don't worry.
Exactly. I hope so.
Thanks so much, Gareth.
Yeah,
Anything
pleasure.
else? I think
I think that's about it.
yeah. And the rest we leave it for the fireplace at night. That's the best.
Yeah, lots more stories.
Oh, that's the best of this whole safari. I mean, you spend the whole day learning, about nature, talking about your life, and then at night you have this fire, and then you're gonna just switch off from this crazy world out there, and then just talk about beautiful things, and it's amazing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Nice one.
See you guys.
Cheers,
and
guys.
Thanks
Thank you
for
very much.
watching, and bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Gareth.
Cool.
Thanks so
Bye.
much. Oh, awesome.
Awesome.